Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Steel City Knives. Right, I'm all mic'd up. I didn't quite know how to do this. This is going to be a new sort of mini series within the channel. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at other people's collections, knives collections, because I thought it'd be a bit of an insight into people in the community and different knife collections. Because I don't know about you, but I absolutely love looking at other people's collections and other people's knives just as much as having my own. It really does. I think everybody's collection's different. Everybody has different styles and tastes and uses for knives. But if you're a knife lover, you can appreciate sort of all knives, even fixed blades, or, you know, even if you're a folder guy, or even if you're a traditionalist, you can appreciate a good modern knife. So today we're going to be having a look at Rowland Brandt's collection. He's sent me an email with a bit of information. I asked him a few questions. So he's a bit of like the guinea pig for this. So I'm not too sure how it's going to pan out. I should have probably had some set questions, but we just more or less had a conversation and I've taken a few things from it. Also, he's made a lot of comments on my channel and other people. So I'm one of these knife nerds where I do have a look at even other people's comments on certain videos, because it's nice to see what everybody thinks of a certain knife, or, you know, if it's something you've got, get everybody's take on it. But right, so as you can see, I put a picture up of, and this, again, we could revisit Rowland's collection, because this is just a really small snippet of his collection. So I'll pull up his email. So I'm actually sat at my computer and the camera's looking down at my table. But so I asked him how many he has in the collection. Now, he has 91 knives in the collection. And, you know, he has some, I cannot pronounce this, but it's a traditional Scottish knife. They're fixed blades. So he has a few of them. He has a lot of Sheffield knives by the looks of it. And when I asked what your favourite makers are, he said Taylor's Eyewitness, Arthur Wright, Michael May, and Stephen Cocker. But funnily enough, the ones he's sent me, I'm quite glad he has, because I didn't know a lot about these knives and the makers. So it's given me a good chance to do a bit of research on them, and they are phenomenal. So as you can see, he sent me 8 knives, and this is his sort of South African collection, and these are all custom. So this is another side to the collecting that I don't think I've really dipped my toe into yet. So these are all sort of custom knives and made in, I think they're probably one-offs, if not, you know, really tiny batches, but I'm sure these are all one-offs. So what you can see, let me just grab my notes. So I've got a sea of paperwork in front of me, but so as you can see, the top 2 are by MDK. I'll just tell you what they all are. So those top 2 are the MDK, and then we're working down. The 2 below the top 2, they are Riaan Rass. He's very nice and neatly placed them all out in a nice order. And then the third ones down are Crew Knives, and then the 4th one down's Mhara Knife. And I hope I've spelt that right, knives, Mhara Knives. And so I'll go into there. That's what the companies are called, and sometimes that's what the person's called, but we'll go into a bit more detail anyway. So should we start from the top, that big Lanny's clip? I'll pull that up. Let me have a look. I'll scroll through it on mine. Right, look at this. Look at this. Absolutely beauty. So MDK. Let's have a look. So again, I didn't really know a great deal about these makers. So this is Michael Duplessis, I think his name is. And a bit about him. So in 2004, he did a course with Andre Thorburn. In 2015, he started making fixed blades under guidance of Francois Messen. Again, some of these people I know, I've vaguely heard of, and some people I had to research. And then in 2015, he came second out of 83 in a sort of independent knife, sort of custom knife makers competition. And now, so you'll see this a lot as well. So Willem O'Kelly from Crew Slip Joint course. This Willem O'Kelly, I think he does help a lot of people in the sort of South African custom scene. and does a really good job. And again, it's like our community. We all help each other out. There's no doesn't seem to be much competition, as in, you know, we're vying for people's competition. We all seem to help each other out, and it seems like that's the way in the custom knife scene as well. But let's just have a look at this. So as you can see, it looks like it is a Lanny's clip. It looks like you get, so with all of these knives that he has a certification of authenticity. So, and he's kindly photographed that and sent it with it. So it shows you all the specifications. This is an N690 blade steel. Look at that. But the thing, I mean, I like a knife, but the covers and the general aesthetics of it always sort of draw me in. And this is dyed giraffe bone, and look at it. It's absolutely stunning. And look at that federal shield. It looks an absolutely beautiful knife. Absolutely stunning. And there's the reverse, the pile side. But yeah, right. I could spend forever and a day just absolutely drooling over these things. But let's, so right, we've spoke a bit about MDK knives. As you can see, he's got another one up the top there. Look at that. I mean, he's spoiling us. He really is spoiling us. So let's have a look at that. This is the Warncliffe slip joint. Absolutely beautiful. What's that wood? Tambotti. I don't know what it is. I should have researched that, but look at it. It's gorgeous. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely. And again, N690 blade steel. Look at the reverse, the pile side there. But yeah, it's got all the information there. What I have noticed about South Africa, so I've gone on some of these websites directly, and what they're asking for them, obviously you've got shipping and things like that, but I think they're quite reasonable, to be fair. Now, I have spoken to Rowland and he's bought these on the second-hand market, I think, mainly from Congi's knife sales, and Congi does have a lot of, and he's got a lot of information on his site about the makers and things like that. Right, back to this picture then. So let's have a look. So the second one down is Riaan Rass. So let's have a look at him. What I'll do, I'll get a picture up there soon, but I'll just have a look at my notes. So that's, I'm not near my camera, so I don't know how long this has gone on for, but I'm enjoying myself. I don't know about you guys, but let's have a look. Right, let's go to a Riaan Rass one. I want to be able to look at them while you guys are looking at it so we can enjoy it together. So he started in the 1990s. So first knife was a Fairborn. Oh, size, nice. So he made a fighting knife first, a fixed blade fighting knife. He's actually quoted as saying he learnt from YouTube. Well, you learnt well, mate. You absolutely learnt well. His favourite is a Barlow knife pattern, and he joined the Cape Knife Makers Guild in 2019. But yeah, Riaan Rass. And I'll tell you what, I found it as well, guys. I'll put a bit of information, hopefully, on my community page. I'll put a few links or posts to, because a lot of these guys have got their own YouTube channels where they showcase their knives, and there's hardly any subscribers, hardly any views, and really a lot of YouTube and getting your name about is just like networking and stuff like that. So they really, I can't believe more people aren't watching it, because it's not so much showing the manufacturer but showing the finished product and things like that. But I couldn't believe it when I went to their actual official sites, YouTube sites, and hardly any views, hardly any subscribers. So I'm going to be pushing them a bit, and hopefully, maybe, I mean, custom knives are an expense, but I definitely want a couple in the collection. And who wouldn't when you look at these? So, right, let's have a look at this. This looks absolutely stunning. What is the wood? Desert Arizona, desert ironwood. Look at it. Absolutely look at it. And this has again got N690 blade steel, but oh my God, it's just a thing of beauty, isn't it? Really like that with the spearpoint. As you know, I'm a big spearpoint lover. Not 100% certain on this other one, but let's have a look at it. It's got a bit more of a modern feel to it. That looks like carbon fibre to me. Yeah, it is carbon fibre. Let's have a look again. Oh, it's got 14C28N steel. Nice. But yeah, I mean, what did we find out about Riaan Rass? He's learnt from YouTube. Again, I think he's got his own YouTube channel. But that desert ironwood, oh my god, let's have a quick look at that one again. Absolutely spot on. And I love that spear point. Right, let's go. So we've got crew knives next. And I can tell already, look at them. Look at the shapes. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got a sheep's foot and a spear point. But it looks like, it almost looks like a really like Zulu. Is it Zulu spear point? But look at it. Let's have a look. Right. So almost like a Barlow shape there. And these are crew knives. Right. Let's say, right. So crew started making knives in 2005. This is the father and son team. So yeah, the father started out and he's got his son into it, and he reckons his son's already as good as he is. So previously professional hunter he was, and he used to get involved in historical reenactments. So that's brilliant. And then Karoo, they're called, right. So they are named after a desert in South Africa, Karoo. And then that's where they've got their name from. Okay, and the son joined in 2019. And he said he started teaching him at the age of 12. So, and they use things like kudu bone, which we all know what the kudu is, because famously I think they made a knife called the kudu, didn't they? But it's like an African antelope sort of deer, and then they do Carolean burl. I've actually got a Carolean birch handled knife myself, and I know Carolean burl, that must be stunning. And they also use more modern materials like fat carbon. But look at these. Look at that. I like the blade, what it's got. It's almost got like a different finish around the... let me see if I can pull up a picture here. Obviously, you're looking at something completely different to me. I'm scrolling through pictures on my desktop. But yes. All right, we've got no certification with that. So we can only speculate what the wood is. But absolutely. And I apologise, Rowland, if you did send me that. But I've not found it. But look at it. Look at them both. I mean, look at the grain in that wood. I'm very, very jealous. Very jealous. Look at him. Stunning. Right. I don't know what let me just have a quick look, see what time we're on. I don't want it to be too long. Oh, no, 12 minutes. Right, let's try and wrap this up. And like I say, Rowland, we can always revisit, because it sounds like you've got a crazy collection. If this is just your custom South African part of your collection, and a little snippet, like I say, if you've got getting on for 100 knives, this is 10% of your collection. I can't believe the other ones must be, especially, you know me, I'm a Sheffield guy. Right, so let's have a look at what we got. So we have got the Mhara Knive. This is Ross Vosloo. And sorry if I'm not pronouncing anything right. I was trying to give this the attention it deserved. And I'm, like I say, it's a bit, you're my guinea pig, Rowland. So we'll see how this turns out. But I know, look at them though, guys. Right, let's have a look. So, right, Mahara Knives started with fixed blades and kitchen knives. Again, this guy was helped by Willem O'Kelly from Crew Knives. So this Willem O'Kelly from Crew Knives, he really looks like he's been helping a lot of the guys out. So it's nice to see that. He's the one... he's the one that had a father and son. So he's taught his son. He's taught several people in the area as well, by the looks of it. So what a nice guy, and obviously a very talented guy as well. And I like seeing the older generation passing it on as well. And even if he's not that old, but he's still got a son old enough to work, and he's passed it down to him. So I love seeing that, and just helping the next generation and the younger lads out, or even people of his peers, really. But hats off to him. But he does look like the man. Looking at these, look at that blade shape. Right, let's have a look then. Let's have a look at the master. Right, so here we go. So this is certification of authenticity. I can never pronounce that word. Look at this. Definitely got a unique, more sort of, yeah, I love that handle shape. And yeah, what we got, stabilized snake beam, it says there. Is that snake wood then? And it's got a brass. Oh, it's, right. So we've got brass, obviously liners, and then a copper. Oh, mate, you've got copper. So copper shield and copper liners with blue G10, and it's a full flat grind. And he calls it the shadow pattern. A 4-inch native, it's saying. Right, if I show you it looking down from top, you see those blue liners. But look at that. Brilliant. Absolutely spot on. Right, that was beautiful. Right, but it's getting a long video again, so quickly let's have a quick look at the last one. And because I want to talk a bit about Rowland himself and his preferences and things like that. Right, so this is something special here. So we've got African blacktooth, and it says hippo, tooth end caps. Wow, this is absolutely a right special piece here. Absolutely, and look at it. It's just, so that one's got quite a similar handle shape and blade design as that. But yeah, and look, it comes with a little sheath, that hippo tooth bolstered one does. But yeah, amazing. Liners, stainless steel and black G10. And then the fittings, stainless steel and bronze. That's what I mean. When you get a custom, look at the difference. So he's done these stainless steel and bronze just to have that. But just the attention to detail and everything is just absolutely beautiful. But very jealous, Rowland. What a collection. What I'll do, I'll leave us on the full 8 knife collection that he sent me, all from South Africa by the looks of it. Well, they are. And just a bit of an insight into his collection and custom makers in South Africa as well. Right, so I have only been collecting knives since COVID. So I didn't give me an exact date, but since COVID. So since COVID, and he's got 91 knives, guys. So let this be a warning to all of us how addictive it is. I think I've been quite reserved, really, because I've been in collecting for about 6 years now. Don't get me wrong, I've got about 200 knives, but a lot of them are cheaper ones and not up to this category, this standard, definitely not. Right, so he said he's got 5 of these traditional Scottish fixed blades. I can never pronounce it. I'll hopefully put a picture on here now. My favourite makers, I've told you guys already, he likes Sheffield. So Taylor Eyewitness of Michael May, Stephen Cocker. But yeah, he said there are some great makers in South Africa too, and I think that you've proven your point by these 8 beautiful knives. My advice to anybody, and I love this is like a little closing statement to my questions. My advice to anybody is just buy what you like and can afford, and never mind what is currently in fashion. And I cannot agree with you more. That is absolutely spot on. I think a knife has to kind of connect with you. I've been down that route where I bought things just because it's been very like a hot topic at the time, and it's had a lot of attention. And what you do, you end up keeping it and just getting rid of it at a loss. So you want things that you want to keep and love, don't you, really? So I've only been collecting knives since, yeah, I said that. Right, prior to that, I only had, this is brilliant as well. Prior to that, I only had an old fixed blade that I bought on a school trip to Switzerland in 1964. I hope you don't mind me saying that. So you put in brackets, show my age. It's heavily stained and the handle is loose, but it gets more use when I'm at home than any other knife I have. So even though he's got these amazing collection pieces, he's a true, that's a true knife lover. We've all got those beasts of knives, and obviously means a great deal to him. The blades coming off and it's all stained, but Yeah, I feel like just this brief interaction with Rowland, I know a lot more about him. I know what he likes collecting. I know I like this guy already, and he's a stand-up geezer. But yeah, he was saying my favourite pattern is the Sheffield style Barlow, but also rather than partial to an ettrick. So from this, you can gather that my favourite blade shape is a clip followed by a straight edged pattern, like the Warncliffe or the Warncliffe or the sheep's foot. Right, I need a cup of tea. And this has probably gone on long enough, and I've got a lot of editing to do. But thank you very much, Rowland, for sharing your collection with me, and I hope everyone else has enjoyed that. And hopefully, we can do one of these again because I really enjoyed this. And it wasn't a great deal of work, really. I think the biggest thing was jotting down some notes about the individual makers, but it's definitely something I've enjoyed researching, and these South African makers absolutely nailing it. And they seem a really close-knit community over there. And I think what I might try and do, I might try and get one of these. Definitely, I'm really interested in these South African custom knives now. So I might have a little chat with Kongi, or maybe even buy one direct from them. Because the exchange rate is quite good, isn't it? So, but yeah, thank you very much, Rowland, again. Really appreciate it. I hope I did this justice. By the sounds of it, it looks like we could revisit your collection and we could do some Sheffield ones. But thanks very much, Rowland. Thanks all for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.